All right, today we're going to work on our geometric constraints worksheet, and in working on it in Inventor, we're going to start with a drawing sheet that looks like this first one up above, and when we're done, your drawing sheet should look like this one at the bottom. So first, we just want to click on our geometric constraints to download it. When it downloads, you can just go click on that download down in the bottom left corner, and it will open up Inventor. Now, if you're remoting into a machine from at home, make sure that you've logged into Schoology and you're doing the download from Schoology within the remoted machine, and it will automatically open up Inventor in the remoted machine. When it brings this up, we can't do anything with it because it's not in a sketch. So in the upper or on the left side, on the upper end, in your model bar, double click the word sketch, and now it puts us in sketch mode. Once we're in sketch mode, we're going to use things in the constraint panel, the dimension, and the geometric constraints panel here in order to do what the instructions tell us to. So the first one says make perpendicular. So we're going to grab our perpendicular constraint. We're going to click one line and then the other line, and now we see that it's perpendicular. Okay, we're going to go to these other one here where it says make all three lines parallel to one another. And we're going to click the parallel, which is right next door. And if you're not sure, if you hover for a second, you see how it brings up and it tells me that those are the parallel constraint. Click the first and the second line, then click the second and the third line, and now they're all parallel to each other. You notice the constraint kind of disappears as I go. If you'd like to keep those on there, down at the bottom it says hide all constraints. If you click it again, then it will show all the constraints, and it shows all of them, and it keeps them there so you can see what you did. The third one has quite a few instructions. It says first dim 3. That means dimension number 3 to a diameter. The circle with the line is diameter of 2 inches. So we're going to grab dimension. We're going to click number 3. We drag out and click, and we're going to change that to 2. Click the check mark, and now that's 2 inches. Then it says fix circles 1 and 2. The fix is the lock. So we're going to click the lock and then click circle 1 and circle 2. Then it says make tangent to 1 and 2, or make number 3 tangent to 1 and 2. So we click our tangent constraint, click 3 and 1, and then click 3 and 2. And now it is tangent. Fourth one says make circle tangent to both lines. We'll already have the tangent selected, so I'm going to select the circle, the bottom line, and then the circle and the left line. And now it's tangent to both lines. The fifth one over here says fix point C, make endpoints A and B coincident with point C. Okay, so we have to fix point C, so that's the lock. Point C is actually the center of the circle. I know there's a C with a point next to it, but they really want this one in the middle. And then coincident means you're lining up a point with something. So I'm going to take the end of this line and line it up with that point I just fixed. And then I'm going to take this one and it will attach to that point that I just fixed. So now they're coincident to that point. This one is concentric. Concentric means lining up all the circles so they have the same center point, really. So you just click the first one, the second one, then the second one, the third one, and boom, now they're all lined up together. Collinear, we're putting them on the same line. So you get collinear and click both lines, and now they've lined up. So that's the second one in here, collinear. Okay, they're going to lie on the same line. We're going to make these next two horizontal. So we want to look for our horizontal feature or constraint, which is here. Click the first line, make it horizontal, click the second line, and it's now horizontal. Oops, and down here. As we go through, we are now making lines vertical. So we have this one vertical, we're going to go vertical here, vertical there, vertical here. Oops, clicking too many. That one was already vertical. There you go, now all three are vertical. Now I have this one parallel. You notice it snapped to vertical too because it's parallel. I'm not sure where that parallel constraint came from because this one says make equilateral. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to escape out to make sure I'm not in anything. And I'm going to click on that parallel. I'm going to right click it and I'm going to say delete because I don't know, I accidentally hit something earlier, I guess. But if you do that, that's a great thing. If you mess up, you just hover over, right click and delete, and it will get rid of the constraint. This one's equilateral, so we need our equals. Now this looks like equals, but it's actually parallel. This one down here is the equals. So we're going to click on two of these and make them equal, and then click on the third one and make it so they're all equal sides. Now it's an equilateral triangle. Next one, make the circles the same size. To make the circles the same size, again, they're just going to be equal. So we just click the two circles, and now they're equal size. And the last one, excuse me, it says line up the centers of the circles on the same horizontal plane. So again, we want to get our horizontal constraint, and then we just click the circles and line them up with each other. And now they're on the same horizontal plane. And the last thing we do is we're supposed to put our name in it. So if we go click on the text tool over here, kind of by rectangle, what we've used before, click on text, make a text box. You want to make the size a little bit bigger. 0.36, I think, works very well. And then just type in your name, say OK, and there you go. Your name is good to go. If you put it in the wrong spot, you can always just kind of grab it and drag it around if you stuck it on top of something on accident. And that is it. Now you want to just save your file. It will give you an error because we forgot to finish our sketch, but say, yes, please finish the sketch for me, and then save my file. And then you want to export your file as an image. I would export it not as a BMP, but usually a JPEG or a PNG will do better for you. And then just click save, and it exports it, and now you can go upload it to Schoology.